Namaste. Yoga is the science of the self. Above all, practice kindness and generosity to all beings, and then you will find success in physical practices. In this sequence, we'll be focusing on the heart. There are 4 meridians associated with the heart and the heart chakra. There is the heart, the pericardium, the small intestine, and the triple heater. The heart allows us to connect to others, and it relates to the emotion of joy and love. Normally, we think of opening the heart in backward bending postures, but often these relate more to the hip flexors and the abdomen. So in directing the backward bending and the postures into the heart, we'll be working a lot in the shoulders and arms, especially the rotation of the shoulders. By opening the shoulders and the shoulder blades, we can better access the thoracic spine and open this part of the body energetically and physically. The heart meridian begins in the armpit here. This deep in here, you will find one of the rotator muscles, the subscapularis. It runs down the innermost part of the arm and into the little finger. The small intestine also is in the little finger, and it runs up the back of the arm and primarily affects the back of the shoulder blade and the rest of the rotator cuff muscles. And then it passes into the face. The pericardium meridian runs from the middle finger through the center of the palm, the wrist flexors, and the large muscles that cover the chest, pec major. And its counterpart, the triple heater or Sanjiao meridian, goes up the back of the forearm and over the tops of the shoulders around the ears. Let's begin the sequence. Come onto your hands and knees, with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. We'll start moving the spine, but start in a neutral position with the tailbone extending straight back and the crown of the head forward, so you're gazing at the floor. Pull your navel up into the spine. Notice the length of the spine. And then begin moving with the breath. As you inhale, lift your sit bones, lift your chin, look up, and pull your heart through your shoulders. Now as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, push your spine up, drop your head, rounding your whole back. Keep going as you inhale. Move your whole spine. Lift your sit bones, look up. Pull your heart through your shoulders. And as you exhale, round your back. Contract the abdomen. Drop your head. Keep moving. You can go at your own breath rate. So you focus more on the movement of the spine. Inhaling completely and exhaling completely. See if you can move every single vertebrae. Just right now, warming up the spine and the breath. Now, begin focusing on the heart. As you inhale, focus more on pulling the heart through your shoulders. And as you exhale, press the back of the heart up. Opening, pushing the back of the heart to the ceiling. Take a few more breaths in this way, focusing in the chest and thoracic spine. Now return to a neutral position. If your wrists are okay, turn your wrists so that your fingers are pointing towards your knees. If this hurts your wrists, you can turn your hands out to the sides or just leave them the way they were. If you can, point your fingers to the back. Then feel that you are rotating your upper arm outward like this. This is an external rotation of the shoulder. Keep your arms this way and then begin moving with the breath again. Inhaling to lift your heart through your shoulders. Exhaling, pushing the back of the heart up, release your head down. Take 5 or 6 breaths in this way, moving very slowly and concentrating within the chest. You're stretching the wrist flexors as well as the chest and shoulder rotators. By involving the entire meridian, we can gain access into the organ and emotion associated with that part of the body. Now turn your wrists the other way, back to the neutral position, and we'll do the tiger stretch. Take your right hand to your left ankle and then kick. Now you don't have to go too deep into the posture. Give about a 50% effort, but concentrate. As you kick, pull your right shoulder back. Breathe normal, something you can maintain. Feel the chest opening as you pull your shoulder back, arch your back. Hold the pose. Now release. Let's do the other side. Take your left hand to your right ankle and kick. Find a position that you can maintain. Feel the opening in your chest as you pull your left shoulder back, arch your back. Keep breathing normal. Opening the heart. Now release. Just relax in a seated position, and we'll go through the meridian stretches for the heart chakra. Starting with the pericardial meridian, push out through the center of your palms. So there's a point here in the center of the palm which you can actually press really firmly to release some tension there, open the chest. As you push out through your palms, pull your fingers back towards your head, especially the middle finger. Now, these stretches are a little bit different from the other yoga postures. You might feel a tingling or burning stretch through the forearm, the wrist flexors, possibly even up through the biceps. This is good. Keep the posture. Let the breath be normal. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Not like this. Let your shoulders go down and your chest widen. Keep pushing out through the center of the palms. As you press out, feel this extension from inside your chest. Imagine that you can release tension on the sides of your heart. As you push through the right palm, release tension on the right side of your heart. As you push through the left palm, release tension on the left side of your heart. The heart organ rests on top of the diaphragm. As you exhale, feel the heart rise up and extend out even further through your palms. Continue for another few moments to relax your shoulders as if your arms were weightless. Exhaling, push even further. Now release, relax. I'll show you the stretch for the triple heater meridian. Because the triple heater affects the wrist extensors, We'll stretch these first. You have to roll your fingers up as if you're rolling up a yoga mat. And then roll your wrist so you stretch the back of your forearm. Now, I'm going to take this arm around to the back and pull my shoulder down and then lean my head to the other side. So I can feel a stretch in my left forearm and the left side of my neck. Stay here and breathe. Make sure that your spine is straight. Your neck and shoulders relaxed. Continue to move the breath. Release. And let's do the other side. Take your right hand, bend your fingers, and roll your hand up like a yoga mat, stretching the back of your forearm. And then bring that hand behind you and continue rolling your hand. Pull your shoulder down and back. And then bend your neck to the left side. So you stretch not only your right forearm, but the right side of your neck also. Continue breathing normal and let your spine be straight and neutral. Release. The next stretch is very important. Reach out through both hands. Make sure, again, your shoulders are relaxed and your arms almost weightless. I'll demonstrate the rotation of the shoulders. If you bend your elbows, it's easier to see the rotation. This is external rotation, dropping your hands back. Notice that my upper arms are parallel. And this is internal rotation. My upper arms are the same. I'm releasing my hands forward. So I'm going to rotate the right arm inward, dropping my hand down, and the left arm back. And then I'll reach my right hand up my back, and my left hand down my back. Now, if possible, connect your hands behind you. If that's not possible, you're welcome to use a strap here. You want to release your left hand down your back with the strap, and then try to grab it with your right hand. I'm going to show you without the strap. Once you get your hands connected with a strap or without, try to get your left arm straight up behind your head, and then push your head back, tuck your chin a little bit. This is a heart-opening posture. Focus in the center of the chest. Begin to push your head back and lift and expand your heart. Continue to move the breath now inside the heart organ itself. Close your eyes to go deeper into the posture. Go back as far as you like, lifting your heart and chest. Now release. Stretch your arms straight out to the sides. Bend your elbows again. Rotate the left arm inward and the right arm up. Connect your hands behind you. Use a strap if needed. Try to get your right elbow up, pointing straight up behind your head. And then you can push your head back, tuck your chin a little bit. And as you lean back, lift your chest. Focus first in the center of your chest. And then breathe into the heart organ itself, deep inside your chest. Release. Stretch your arms straight out to the sides and relax. bring your hands to the front of your mat and step back into a downward facing dog. You can bend your knees to start. Allow the spine to relax and your neck relax. Step your right foot forward into a high lunge. Keep your left knee up. Now twist to the right as far as possible and open your arms wide in a straight line. If you're less flexible, you can keep your hand on the inside of your foot. Focus on reaching your arms wider apart, making your arms, shoulders, and chest in one straight line, just like you did in the pericardium stretch. Now, if you want to progress further, rotate your arms inward, reach behind your back, and under your thigh for the bound twist. Keep opening your heart. In the twisting postures, it's important to lift and expand your chest, even while compressing the lower abdomen. Place your hands on the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Bring your left foot forward into a high lunge, your right knee off the floor. Now twist to the left as far as possible. Open your arms in a straight line. Expand your chest wide. If you're less flexible, you can keep your right hand on the inside, but keep reaching and expanding your chest even wider. Arms, shoulders, and chest in one straight line. Remembering to move from the heart organ deep inside the chest. Expand it. Now, if you want to go deeper, do the bind. Rotate your left shoulder in, right shoulder in, and connect your hands. Now work on expanding your chest. As we mobilize the scapula, we can begin to open the thoracic spine. Now release. Next, we'll do the crow pose. The arm balancing postures are related to the heart chakra and create a sense of joy. Specifically, the heart and pericardium energy run through the palm. We'll be using this important point in the center of the palm now, as you activate and connect this into the floor for the crow posture. Spread your fingers wide and sense the hands connecting to the floor. Then bring your knees towards your armpits and shift the weight into your hands. Make sure you're looking forward. You can lift one foot or both. Concentrate on the connection of the hands and palms onto the floor and feel that energy extending out from your chest, deep inside your heart. Now release. Step back and lie down flat on your abdomen. Bring your feet together and your hands under your shoulders. Place your chin forward on the mat, squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt muscles, and then squeeze your whole back side of your body to lift your chest. You can use your hands. Don't use the strength of your arms to lift up. Keep squeezing your legs together. Rather, use your hands to pull your heart more forward. I'm pulling back with my hands on the mat to lift my chest and pull my heart forward between my shoulders. Now for the second part, strengthening the lower trapezius. It helps to open the chest. Reach your arms forward and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and relax. Now press back into downward facing dog. Bring your elbows to the floor for dolphin. Try to keep your forearms parallel. Walk your feet in as close as possible to your elbows so that your hips come up over your shoulders. Keep a steady, even breath. This is going to strengthen the rotator muscles. Now, raise the left leg. Look forward or at the floor. If you like, you can hop up a little bit. Or if you know how, you can go all the way up into the forearm stand. Release. And raise your right leg. Do the same. If you like, make little hops. Or go all the way up. And release. Relax and rest in child pose. Feel the heartbeat inside the chest. Now come forward onto your abdomen. Again, stretch your chin forward. This time, bend your knees and hold the outside of your ankles. Keep your knees closer together so that your thighs are parallel. Now, kick your feet back, lift your chest and thighs. Concentrate on the center of your chest. Keep kicking your feet and pulling your shoulders back more and more, stretching your shoulders back away from the center of your chest. The most important part is to breathe. Maintain the posture at about 50% effort and continue to breathe and concentrate. Imagine your mind can be one point of focusing in the center of your chest. Release. Relax. Now press back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Bring your right knee to the floor. Bend your left knee and sink your hips forward and down. You can start with your hands on your hips and then bring your hands into the pitchfork position. This is an external rotation. Your elbows are bent at 90 degrees and your upper arms parallel to the floor. In this position, you can feel the armpits deepen and the shoulder blades work to lift the heart from behind. If this is easy for you, then continuing with the external rotation, interlace your fingers and stretch your arms straight back so that still your shoulder blades are lifting your heart upward. The last arm variation we'll do is Gomukhasana arms. Swing your left arm down and reach it up your back. Then drop your right hand down your back to connect. Your upper arm should be behind your head. Now push your head back and again lift your chest. Feel the heart opening in this backward bending posture that emphasizes the rotator cuffs and heart chakra. Keep breathing normal. Release. Step back into downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward and bring your left knee to the floor. And begin with your hands on your hips. Let your hips sink forward and down. And then you can bring your hands again into the pitchfork position. Elbows at 90 degrees, upper arms parallel to the floor. Feel the armpits deepening and the shoulder blades lifting the heart upward. You can stay here in this position or bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and stretch your arms straight back. This is called Kali Mudra. The breath normal. The last arm position, swing your right arm down and reach your right arm up your back. Bend your left elbow and connect your hands. Now your left arm is behind your head and you can lean your head back. Focus on lifting and expanding your chest. Breathe smooth and even. Concentrate in the heart. Now release. Press back into downward facing dog. Relax your whole spine. Now sit on your knees, on your heels. And then if possible, spread your feet apart and sit between your feet. This is a complicated twist, but it's well worth the effort. If needed, you can sit on a block here. You never want to have too much compression, the pressure inside the knee joint. Now, extend your right leg straight, and then bring your right foot into half lotus position. If this creates pressure in your right knee, then bring your foot to your thigh. I'll demonstrate the full posture. Now lean forward and reach around with your right hand to bind. So you have to lean forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Push your palm down so that you're stretching the forearm here. Now arch your back and twist. This is the full posture. Twist and hold. For a few moments, keep stretching the forearm. See if you can feel how by stretching the forearm, you can access and open the chest. This is the pericardium meridian. The twisting is the best way to access the thoracic spine. Part of the spine that's here in the rib cage. This is the most difficult part of the spine to flex and extend. So the backward bending doesn't usually access this part of the spine unless it's been mobilized through the shoulders and arms. Release the posture and switch your legs. Bend your right knee back and place your left foot in half lotus if possible. First, lean forward, reach around and grab your foot. Then take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. First, push your palm down flat so that you stretch your right forearm. This will help open the whole chest and thoracic spine. And then arch your back a little bit, keep your palm down, twist to the left. Most importantly is to continue breathing normal. Keep arching your back, opening your chest, and concentrate. Stay in the posture for a few more breaths. Release. Now, come to lie down on your abdomen. We're going to return to the Cobra pose and hold it a little bit longer. The most important thing to remember now is the point at the xiphoid process. This point is a little bit lower than the point in the center of the chest. So if you want to access the heart organ, you can press here in between the angle of the ribs. If you press here deeply and inhale, you may even be able to feel the heartbeat. Once you get a sense of where that point is, then we can return to the pose and come back to that point mentally during the posture. Begin Cobra pose with your chin forward, hands under your shoulders, feet together. Press the tops of your feet down and then lift your chest and chin. You don't have to go too deep in this posture. You can gradually deepen the pose. We're going to hold for a couple of minutes. In order to go deeper into the postures, close your eyes and concentrate. Keep your elbows pointing back. Your pubic bone pushing down into the floor and squeezing the muscles behind your heart. Begin to feel an opening just below the sternum, in the place where the heartbeat can be found. Keep squeezing your back muscles, concentrating in the heartbeat. Rather than pushing your hands down, pull your hands back to pull the heart forward. So this is a low cobra. If your back muscles start to get tired, just relax a little bit, but don't come out of the pose completely. Stay here, squeezing the muscles behind the heart, pushing the tops of your feet down into the floor, pushing your pubic bone down into the floor. Now, if you like, bring your hands out a little further, lift your chin, and press up higher. Just for a few breaths, go into the full pose using the strength of your arms. Lift and expand your heart and chest. Now release. Press back into a child pose. Sit on your heels and place your forehead down. This child pose will be done a little bit differently. Bring your hands together, palms together in front of your head, arms outstretched, so that your little fingers are touching. And then open your palms up to the ceiling. If possible, rest the backs of your hands flat on the floor. This opens the back of the heart. Now reach through your little fingers and try to press your armpits down to the floor. Move the breath into the back of your heart. Concentrate on the back of the heart, the back of the scapula, moving your armpits towards the floor, backs of the hands on the floor, reaching through your little fingers. Continue focusing and breathing. Release all tension in the back of the heart. Now release. Come up to a seated position and relax. can reach into your armpit here with your thumb and wrap your fingers around. So I'm reaching under my arm. And then with my fingers, I can massage the back of my scapula. This is the infraspinatus muscle, which is part of the rotator cuff and part of the small intestine meridian, related to the heart. Make sure you do both sides. Reach under your right arm. You can put your thumb in your armpit and wrap your fingers around the back of your scapula to massage the infraspinatus or small intestine meridian. Good. Remembering this point here, just below the sternum, we're going to come back on your abdomen on the floor. Chin forward. Again, bend your knees and grab your ankles. Normally, when you grab your ankles in bow pose, you put your thumbs down. But in this case, reach on the inside and point your thumbs up. Try it like this. Now, kick up and stretch. Focus in the center of the heart. Don't go too deep into the pose. Go into a level of the pose that you can maintain. Breathe. Try to sense the heartbeat there, below the sternum. Stay in the pose. Breathe normal. No straining. Now release. Come to sit on your heels and bring your fingers to this point in between the angle of your ribs. Close your eyes and sense, try to feel the heart beating. The next posture uses the pericardium meridian to relax the heart and allow it to expand naturally. We'll be pressing on the inner forearm here. There are some points here that help to relax the whole chest. This is based on the star pose or Tarasana. So you have to place your wrist under your ankle bone. I'm lifting and holding my whole foot. Both feet are resting on my inner forearms so that my feet are not actually touching the floor, only my arms. My elbows are here on the inside, and then I can just release my head down. Relax your neck and feel the stimulation of the feet pressing into your inner forearms. Imagine that the heart is within a cave in your chest. The heart organ is the most important organ because it houses the mind or the spirit. The real self is within the heart. Take a journey now deep inside the cave of the heart, connecting to a smaller and smaller point inside the heart itself. Allow your exhales to lengthen, releasing all tension inside the chest and shoulders. Relax your neck your face, your hands. Perhaps you can start to feel a connection from the points in your wrist where the pressure is to the relaxation of the chest and the tension that might be around the heart. Continue to release. Now release your arms and bring your hands behind you, feet flat on the floor. Lift your seat up and release your head back just for a few breaths. Stretch the front of your shoulders, lift your chest, lift your seat. We'll finish the sequence with a spinal twist. In this case, if possible, we'll bind the arms. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Hug your right knee across your chest, but keep your right sit bone down. Now, this is the traditional way to do this posture. If you'd like to do the arm bind, which will stretch and release some of the rotator muscles, then rotate your left arm in and reach through the hole in your right leg. And then reach your right arm around the back, interlace your fingers there. If you can do the bind, then make sure you sit up, focus on opening your chest and lifting your heart. Look over your right shoulder and breathe. Continue to lengthen the spine. Every time you inhale, lift and expand your chest. Every time you exhale, twist a little deeper, release any tension in your shoulders and back. Now release. Other side. Switch your legs. Bring the left foot over the right knee. And hug your knee across a little bit, keeping the left sit bone down. Sit up nice and tall. If you'd like to do the arm bind, then rotate your right arm in, reach through your legs, and then swing your left arm around. See if you can connect your fingers there under your thigh. Then sit up tall, twist, and look over your left shoulder. Even though your arms are rotating inward, lift and expand your heart. Continue breathing. Keep your spine tall. Every inhale, lift and expand your chest. Every exhale, twist a little deeper, looking over your left shoulder. Now release. Lie down on your back and relax. For shavasana. Relax your whole body completely. Stay in shavasana as I guide you through a short relaxation sequence. Feel the body getting heavier and heavier. With every exhale, the body sinking down. Feel the arms and shoulders relax. Feel the armpits relax. Deepening and releasing any tension in the armpits. Begin to sense the chest relaxing. The upper back relaxing completely. Now go even deeper inside the chest. Sense an expansion and relaxation from inside the chest, radiating outward. Rest your mind in the deepest part of the heart. Center of the heart is an infinitely small point. In the right side of the heart, center of the chest. Remain there. Stay in shavasana as long as you like. May all beings everywhere benefit from this practice through us. Thank you for joining me today.